Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy Dimensions, where we're here in the Lufenian Ruins, and it sounds like there actually is a way to get the third thing. Now, I don't know exactly where it is, but I have a couple of guesses. Specifically, anywhere I was in a rushed panic and didn't check for fully. So, I'm gonna guess one of those places that had, I'm gonna guess somewhere here, one of the places here that had like the chase rooms. I'm gonna check the chase rooms here and then the chase rooms lower down, and if it's in neither of those places, then I don't know, I probably won't, I don't know if I'll look it up, but I might look it up at that point, because I don't, I actually never I just flat out never looked here, did I? There, I see it, I friggin' see it. Is there something down there? Stoneblade. What is Stoneblade? Turns something into stone? Yeah, it's got to be a tank sword, right? Or a heavy armor user sword. Yeah, sometimes causes petrified. Okay. That sounds... I mean, 83 attack sounds good. That's the big thing that sounds good. So I see it now. I do see it at least. It's just a question of how do I get there. Hold on, did you see that just now? I might have been mistaken, but as the screen was zooming in to the fight just then, there was like an outline of like a path. Was that an actual path, I wonder? I'll bet it was. I'll bet that was a hidden path. I mean, maybe not, but it sure looked like one. I see it. I friggin' see it right there. Kiku Ichimonji. Okay. This is, I mean, there's no real doubt who this is for. Strong versus plants and humans. Okay, good. Because we're not really fighting demons here. That I don't think any of these things are demons. Is that why the... I wonder if that's what the... I wonder if that's why there are some... sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I wonder if that's why the computers are in the background, because you're meant to see them go behind the platform? Like behind the hidden thing? So let's see, I'm gonna wait for... Okay, this one is coming up. This is gonna either go behind it or not go behind it. It does go behind it, so those are... That's how you'd see it. And it is lightly visible. Okay. So I'll keep an eye out for that later, too. Because I saw where the thing was, I just don't know how to get to it. It's got to be up right here. It's got to be up to the right. I see it now. I absolutely see it. Look, it's super... Gosh, now that I'm looking for it, it's so clear. I don't know how I missed it. I do know how I missed it before. Because I was distracted, but oh my gosh, it's so clear. Alright, let's warp out of here, see what the next level holds. Presumably the last level, too. And surprising that that Diabolos was on this level. Does that mean that Diabolos was not the boss of this place? It's gotta mean that, right? What if Diabolos was just like a side piece? Not a side piece, it's a different meaning. Was it like a side... No, it was like a side boss. Alright. B9F. It's just a new friggin' area. So these seem to lead to the same area, and this seems to be a very short place. Lufenian Ruins Mirror Chamber. This is another one where I might have to redo whatever this fight is. Oh god, are we gonna have to fight ourselves? So we might have to read, like, we might have, the boss might be the Warriors of Darkness, for all I know, given the Mirror Chamber, and again, Final Fantasy IV keeps coming up, but I've seen what mirrors do in this game, in this series. I didn't change my jobs around, so again, this might be another one where I have to redo things, but we'll see. But the Oracle promised. Promise my foot. She was trying to trap us here the whole time. I doubt that. There never was a crystal, at least not here. Is the crystal the one that we're, like, holding? Is that the thing we have to destroy? I doubt it. What? You aren't really Elgo, are you? This I did not expect. When the world was sundered into light and darkness, so you're part Elgo, so too was I. So you're not a whole being, which means... Are you light or darkness? Which do you think? I mean, you gotta be darkness. You're in the world of darkness, right? Draw your blades, warriors. It's just Elgo we're fighting. World of light. Huh. The crystal, but why must it fade? Back to the world of light, yeah. It has fulfilled its responsibilities to the world. So Mysidia is going to come crashing down? Mysidia's greatest blessing was to serve as the protector of both Holy and the world's crystals. Now that its service is completed, it can return below the ground. Meaning what exactly? This, yeah, I mean, it's pretty literal, I think. You're being awfully chill. Aren't you about to come crashing into, like, death? Maybe not. But no one seems too freaked out. Who's going to emerge? Why did they zoom in on that doorway? What's going to happen? The picture is worth 1,000 words, my young friends. Take a look outside. All right. So it looks like it's coming in for a soft landing, at least. That's good. Relatively speaking. Mysidia has returned. Back to the earth. As it once was, so shall it be again. We cannot rest yet. There's one more place we must go. I'm imagining her with more of like a Glenda the Good Witch voice. Glinda or Glenda? Like a Glenda the Good Witch voice. Go where? There's nothing but mountains. In the mountains to the north lies an entrance to a cave. Another cave? What could we hope to find there? Haven't I already told you to go see with your own eyes? Wait, can we not go in? I don't think we can get on the airship, I guess. No, we can. Imagine, Mysidia was once grounded. Hello, Dr. Lugai. Let's say hello to Guy. Guy will help Mommy and Daddy fly the skies. Will you? Or will you actually help me fly the skies, or is that just an RP thing? Oh, yeah, it's just RP. Okay, so we can't actually fly the skies just yet. Massive Cavern. Uh-oh. Certainly lends the belief that this is Alexander down here. What kind of trick is this? This cave looks just like the Great Cavern in Mysidia. I mean, they were probably originally... Yeah, Dusk beat me to it. Of course it does. Originally, they were one and the same. I didn't think they were the same thing. I just thought they were part of, like, a comparable region of the world. Great Elder, what secrets lie within? How many times do I have to tell you? See for yourself. Let's see for ourselves. Ourselves. Massive Cavern. I mean, Ghast and Marlborough. Bad Breath. We've gotten Bad Breath. And it's silenced our White Mage, so not a great start. Oh, right, you're silenced. Let's... Where is that? Echo Grass, yeah. And so, Sarah, if you wouldn't mind terribly, could you break the Marlborough? Thank you. And for the other two, let's, Faraga them. No, let's test out if, First, let's test out if break works. And next, we'll test out if stop works. I feel like my first step in most of these situations has got to be to try out the cheap instant death things. See if I can make my things easier on myself. No break. But stop does work. Yep, Poisona you. Oh, it wasn't just silence. We only see one ability, one, like, of the bad breath things at a time. So, okay, so, yeah, bad breath hit her with all the status effects. Do we have Asuna? We do. Let's Asuna Dusk. Yeah, so not too bad. And now we have an Ahriman and a Black Flan and a Doom. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this quickly. Does Dropkick work on a flying enemy? I guess we're gonna find out. Double cast. Oh, and it's confused. That's good. So let's Faraga on everyone. And Faraga on everyone. I can't imagine Basuna would work on this, but we might as well test it while we have some time. Oh, we don't have time right now. So yeah, we're good. We're good. We're okay. Apocrypha and a Fury. Alright, let's Aura Blast on the Demon, because that's got to be... Code frigging worked for the first time in history. Okay. And let's Holy, because we haven't really tried Holy yet. And by really, I mean at all. Let's try Holy on you. And we'll see if we can Untoad you. What is Untoad? Maiden's Kiss, of course. We'll try a break on the Ahriman, but we'll see if that works. Actually, I'll bet Ahriman is kind of a low priority unless you just continue... Let's see. 6,000! Okay, Holy is a bomb. Holy is a bomb against demons. Does break work against either Apocrypha or Fury? No. Alright, we're getting silenced a bunch here, so we'll want some anti-silence abilities. Echo Grass on you. We're actually in some... Well, we're not really in trouble. Holy is 42. It's not worth it for right now. Can I confuse you? Yes. What are you weak against, Fury? Weak to light. Okay, so everything here is going to be weak to light. That was a mistake. I should have waited until it got an attack off before I broke its confusion. Again, my bad. I don't know if you're undead. This will be a good test. We're super about to die right now. Or not we, but poor Monkey McMunk over there is about to die. No, he's not. Okay. Learned Raging Fist. What is Raging Fist? Ooh, and a Scholar's Gown. Scholar's Gown, not Sage's Gear. Prevents silence. Okay, but I don't really care about silence on you. Or on you. But I do care about preventing silence on these two. Mini Frog Confusion. Let's see if... What do we have to prevent silence? Rune Bangle. Yeah, let's just go with a Rune Bangle. On both of you. Good. When did I get the Memorial Ring? This is an interesting one. I like it for the Seer because it gives intelligence and mind as well as a bunch of other stuff. Let's give that to you. Behemoth, here we friggin' go. Alright. Okay, calm down. First off, can we get a... Yeah, there we go. Behemoth doing Behemoth things. Can we get a slow on you? Probably not. We can get a slow on you. That's good to know. Let's protect everyone. Protect girls. And let's Raging Fist. Do we Warcry? Let's... Yeah, let's Warcry. Comet. And Comet. Right, so like 8 times 5, so like 4,000 damage? Maybe a little more. This behemoth has quite large thighs. And a thick tail. Like, it looks like more cartoony than usual. I'm not opposed to it, it's just it's an interesting design, no doubt. I don't want to blow all my mana on that. Let's just attack. Oh, you have a Death Rattle Comet. Okay, good to know. Judgment Staff. Sounds like a lightning thing because of Ramu. Is that what it is? No, it's a staff, not a rod. It's a white mage thing. Casts Dispel when used. Good mind, too. I'm gonna stick with Cypress Pull for now, but that's a good one to have. In case we see an enemy that starts buffing itself. Paladin leveled up, learned Holy Blade Guard. What level is Paladin right now? 9. What is Holy Blade Guard? Oh, Holy Blade Guard. Okay. Until next turn, nullifies all physical attacks used against self. That sounds pretty bad. That sounds really bad. Like most things, I'm sure that there's cases where it's good, but I can't think of them. Okay, the Fury can cast Comet, the Ghast can cast Toxify. This is a more threatening party than it looked at first. Nope, wrong target. Alright, we're going to... First off, let's... I don't remember if we can break you or not. We're gonna try. Quake, holy shit. Okay, alright, we have to get some healing on. Yeah, just kind of wandering around a giant chasm in the middle of... What floor are we on? In the middle of, well, the Massive Cavern. Gaybolg. I think this is a spear, if I remember my Final Fantasy. Yeah, big spear, lightning wind. Okay. So if I run into something weak to lightning or wind, I can go Dragoon. Ooh. I'm not gonna tent up right now. There was a treasure around the bottom of that loop that I'm gonna check out before I head further down. Teotonius. And, okay. Teotonius. Let's try Tornado on you in case, just in case. And we'll try Break and Death on the Teotonius. No, I missed on that. No, miss on the death. Did I try break already? I think I did. Try stop. No. Will Raging Fist do the trick? It will not. Yeah, so we lost one to Doom, and that's okay. Nope, not Benediction. Good protection job. Okay. So maybe it's vulnerable to confuse. I didn't try that out. Dragon Mail. All right, we've seen Dragon Mail. Actually, we've seen Dragon Mail, but now Paladin can actually equip it, right? We're not really fighting any dragons yet, but Knight's Armor... No, that's fine. A little bit less vitality for really good against dragons. I'll take it. Another Behemoth. Let's see how we do against it this time. Alright, first off, we'll slow. Second... I don't know what happens second. Raging Fist, sure. I haven't tested these, so I will test them. Let's test Death, and we'll test, Tornado we've tried, I think. I really don't think... Oh, Death, I think, is the only thing I'm going to really test here. Let's just Comet it. And we'll try Holy. Sure, Pommel. Will paralyze work? No way. That's a... Holy looks pretty cool. It looks like a laser from above. No chance. Yeah, no chance. Holy does as much as Comet. That is really interesting. Yeah, we're gonna try this, but... Oh no, that was a... Right, Death Rattle. White Mage, got a new slot. Do I have anything I want to use here? Double cast. Yeah, let's go with double... What? No, I don't want to do double cast. I think I'd rather have Mind. I think Mind is enough. I don't need that. I know that I need double cast on Dusk. Of course I need double... What am I saying? Of course I need... Because I can always just double cast Osmos or something. Anything to the left here? Yeah, that's what I saw. Choo-choo! Give the choo-choo to... I don't know. Soul, do you want a choo-choo? Prevents all the things. Actually, I don't really care if Soul gets all the things. Let's give this instead to Sarah. I really care if Sarah gets all the things. Another level, another big level too. So that was probably a midway point, not a pre-boss checkpoint. Treasure. Dragon Helm. Yeah, we're building up a dragon set. I'm gonna assume they're giving it to me for a reason, so let's start equipping it. Yeah. Or at the very least, lightning resistance. That's probably a good thing. Parasite. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's try Break on you. And... I don't know, comment on this thing, I guess. We'll try Curaja on the undead. Undo the binding with Basuna. It's so cool that how that works, just the idea of curing the undead. It's an old... It's not like a new mechanic or anything, but it's very cool anyway. Yeah, got rid of that right quick. And we got Tiger Fangs. Did we already have that? No, we didn't. Dueling Claws was good against no... Okay, yeah, so Tiger Fangs just flat out better. I wonder if a Behemoth is a beast. It's gotta be, right? Quake actually heals the Titan, the... I don't remember the name of it right now, but it heals it. That is good. Let me Libra it, just in case it's weak to anything. No weaknesses. Sleep? I don't know if sleep would really matter much either, except for the early part of a fight. Slow lands, good to know. I might have known it already again, I have poor memory, but slow for the Teotanias. Doesn't have the Behemoth doesn't have like a billion health or anything. It's a lot, but it's not infinite. It's not like, again, it's not... Sorry to keep going back to this well. It's not Final Fantasy IV Behemoth. Another Stone Blade for this party, though. Yeah, we will give that to our... Do we want to keep something that does holy damage, or something that does more damage but possibly petrifies? Doesn't even do more damage, does it? No, it's the same amount. How much do I care about the holy? Not that much down here, I don't think. This gives a... Well, holy actually does matter against these creatures, though. And you're weak to confuse. I'd forgotten about that. Sarah maxed out Black Mage. Heck yes. Okay, so Sarah's now maxed out Black Mage. What do I want to do next with Sarah? Bard. Do I want to do Bard right now? Wait. Bard. Bard? Do I want to do Bard? I guess I do. I'm going to trust this. I'm going to go with Bard. There's a typo here. My weapon is a killer row. I assume that's a typo. I think it's a fair assumption. Another save point. Okay, now I'm going to cottage up, and I'm expecting a boss. I'm expecting a boss. Wait. If I'm expecting a boss, I don't think I want Sarah on Bard. I think I want her full power. Magic font and double cast. There's the crystal. Or a crystal. How is this even... Another crystal? What's going on here? We've made it just in time. Now to start the ritual. Let's summon Satan. More rituals? Have we already unsealed Holy? This ritual will confer upon you my power. Think of it as an initiation ritual if you must. It's hazing time, motherfuckers. What are you gonna crystallize us with? Like level 8 magic, maybe? Or... There's no job that you have. I mean, you have a job, but you're not... I don't think we're gonna get Seer as a job, are we? I guess we are. I just assumed Seer was like just... She was good at white magic and black magic. I'm legitimately surprised that Seer is a job here. I can almost feel... Oh, I can almost feel its gentle glow. To think the Great Elder held such power all this time. Another mission complete. Well done. Is that it, really? There we go. Couldn't have been easier. So someone is... Which Divine General is waiting to swoop in here? Oh, it's, Dango. Shango. Dango, not Dango. Shango. Mysidia has fallen to our forces. Time to give up, kids. Mysidia fallen? How could the Empire have moved so quickly? I guess they were waiting for us to abandon it. Yeah, they're going full on. Boy, this looks like, again, this looks like the beginning of Final Fantasy IV right there, right down to the troops' armor. The sooner you stand down, the easier it'll be. Stand down? You should be so lucky. Disobedience will only result in your deaths, dogs. The dimensional shift is happening. Because Shango seemed radically more powerful than we were ready to deal with, at least last time. So it would seem. Switch back to the world of darkness. Draw your blades, warriors. Elgo. Betrayer. I don't think he's... I mean, this isn't really him. The other divine, or one of the other generals, yeah. Cocytus. Perceptive cur, aren't you? You know, all this exercise really isn't healthy for a woman of your advanced age. Get wrecked. Well, not really wrecked. What have you done with Janai? Let's just say his corpse is cold as ice, and we're willing to sacrifice his love. You'll pay for what you've done. Don't be so brash. If you want to join him, I'll grant your wish. Yeah, we got a buddy on our side, but it sounds like he's no longer on our side. He wasn't a divine general. He was just like a regular general, or he was like an Avalonian general or something. Watch out. Wait, are we fighting with... Oh god, she looks awesome. So the mask isn't against it. I'm a little bit confused on the mask thing. I feel like I missed something there or something. They said something and it just fled by me. Let's just not learn our lesson and we'll sunder Earth. Alright, we're gonna shell everyone. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Alright, what are we gonna do on you? Let's flare? And on you, wait, we have summons. Let's summon Diabolos. Benumb. Wow! Okay. Hopefully this will go off in time before Knock goes down again. Yeah, okay. Do I bother to slow Minuet? I will do it. It's a hefty amount of damage. It's not nearly as much as she would do if she were in full Black Mage mode, and I might be screwed because I actually can't change jobs now. Holy shit. It's just a straight up death, isn't it? Unless I could reflect. No, don't run. Oh, 2 in a row. That's lucky. I think we just have to keep flaring because we need offense. Let's X Potion on Knock. Any F abilities I have that are worthwhile? Not really. Not on you, anyway. Haste. Who's gonna get hasted? I guess we'll haste Mask? Glacial Dance, what is this? Okay, so we're not ready for you just yet. Ooh. She's far too out of our league. I thought we were doing okay. Is Diana gonna use the power of the mirror? Look. What job was Elgo listed as? Or was the mask listed as? Because it feels like we're about to get it. It could be a Final Fantasy III thing, like with Seer, with the Seer, I mean, and whatever we're going to get from Elgo. Where, because Final Fantasy III had, like, I don't remember what they were, but later on, eventually you got, like, super power. You had Black Mage and White Mage, and then you got a new job, which was basically very powerful Black Mage and White Mage. Could be that. Our reflections are sparkling, but how? Do you think this light could be... As I told you, there was never a crystal here. Your bravery, faith, and friendship, those unbreakable bonds themselves are the crystal. Literally, the crystal is the friends we made along the way. Don't go any further. I like to see that. You learn the ultimate black magic, Mateo. Yeah, so, okay, so we did get the... Oh, this isn't an actual fight. This is a... Yeah. Even the sound effect is the old Mateo sound effect. Oh. Forbidden black magic, but how? Fools, your insolence will be rewarded with death. That won't be happening, Cocytus. I'm gonna have to rewatch this because I'm just not understanding what the mask's thing was. Like, I get that the mask was... Yeah, he dies again. The mask was like a version of a part of Elgo that split when the world split. If I'm I think that's my understanding of it. But I don't get, like, you were about to betray us, but you actually didn't. I don't get what that was about. His mask. This is impossible. He galloped me. Could you really be? Flee. She's a thief after all. Helgo. Wait, the mask said that? That feels like that was a typo. That feels like that was meant to say, like, knocked or something. Saying that. Did the mask just say Elgo, or was I mistaken? No, maybe not. That was weird. Ever since I discovered the killer row, I'm not sure what to think. The other me, you must... He's gone for good. He blinked out. Oh, and it reflects back to us. I like that. I like that touch. Magus, yeah. This was, I think this was the Final Fantasy III thing. Wasn't it Magus and Sage? Magus was the super black mage. Sage was the super white mage. The will of the Magi permeates your soul. You receive the Magus job. I want to receive the save job. Because I've been playing for a long time now. It's about an hour and a half into this session, which is much longer than I usually go. Shango, what is this infernal light? Great Elder, It has begun. Brace yourselves, heroes. It's blinding. Yeah, the merge is happening, right? It's gotta be. This shaking, I felt it once before. Ah! What's going on? We're getting job points left and right. There's no mistaking it. It's a dimensional shift. The world is... becoming whole again. Yeah. I never really had a good sense of the world map. Is there a way to even see the world map? To see like an overworld map in this game? And so it's hard for me to appreciate what I'm sure will be like the gaps getting filled in. Just because I feel like it's almost like... And this is, I think, a downside of this game, is that I never really had a great sense of the game's geography. It just kind of felt like I was getting ported from hub to hub. Save your progress? Yes. And that's going to be where I'm going to call it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you in the rejoined world. All right, bye-bye.